Hello one and all, this is my view of Promised Neverland, Chapter 175, A New World, Part 2. And we open up with Grand Duke Louis making a whole lot of proclamations. The current administration has been dismantled! Yay! The vassals of the 5 regent houses have been arrested. Yay! Evil blood for all people! Yay! And we're gonna get rid of all the farms so you can't eat human meat anymore. What? What did you just say? Yeah, this came as quite a big surprise to literally everyone. I mean, seriously, everyone. Even Sonja, Musica, the kids actually look surprised too. They're like, wait a minute, we can't eat human meat anymore, but we love human meat. I mean, his argument is pretty valid, you know, because the farms, the people were able to be manipulated, they were able to be controlled. Essentially, the old regiment used the distribution of meat to decide, okay, you get to live, you get to die, you get to live, but you're going to be really stupid because we're sending you very low quality meat. And the people's reaction to this is fairly interesting. Not so much their arguments back and forth about, oh, we don't need to eat meat anymore. Oh, but I like human meat. Human meat's special. Why can't we eat human meat? But more so the fact that after about all of 30 seconds, they're ready to pull their hair out because they can't make a decision to save their own goddamn lives. And this speaks to a big issue I saw a lot of people complaining about online. Everyone went from kill Musica to all hail Queen Musica in the span of maybe 30 minutes. And there's a very good reason for that. It's not bad writing or anything like that. It's the fact that people are really freaking stupid. I don't mean that as an insult to them or their race or anything like that. I mean they are just stupid. I mean they are probably mostly to completely uneducated and have spent their entire lives believing 100% in the aristocrats, the queen. If the queen says this person is a monster trying to kill you, then that person is a monster trying to kill you. There's no other ifs, ands, or buts about it. There's no possibility the queen is lying to you. It just doesn't even cross your mind to imagine that could be the case. I mean, later on, the Grand Priest even comes in and tells them, no, you can't just put all your faith in the Queen. You can't just say, okay, Queen, you rule us, we're gonna go back to sitting in the mud and eating bugs or whatever we were doing before this. We need to create a world where everyone works together to make things better, to make life good for all of us. I mean, hopefully this will result in a society that's more focused on education. I mean, I doubt there's many schools or really anything like that for these demons, maybe just job training, and ones where their leaders are essentially elected instead of just deciding, hey, you're the son of the last ruler, so now you're in command. Best of luck with that. I mean, in a sense that worked with the old regiment because, you know, because they were getting all the best meats, because they were eating the finest class humans, they were essentially smarter than everyone else, so they would make the best decisions, but that also meant that they were the greediest, they were the most hungry, they were the ones that were just doing it for themselves, deciding this for themselves, so obviously they got corrupt very, very easily. Anyway, yeah, then to absolutely no one's surprise, Grand Duke Louis declares he does not want to become king. I mean, seriously, did anyone really think this guy was going to take the throne? That he had any intention of ruling? All he wants to do is have fun, enjoy, live a party lifestyle, essentially. And to him, that basically involved, you know, hunting humans. But then when he lost the hunting ground, when he was killed by humans, he realized that he didn't have any right to live because he had lost. He accepted his defeat, so he was just fully prepared to die, fully prepared to just rot away into nothingness. Until he heard the queen pass away and he decided, ugh, this is my job, isn't it? I am technically the son of a king. I am technically next in line for the throne. I should probably deal with this, but I really don't want to. Also, it is confirmed that he in fact does have a second core, but he just didn't realize it. Which I kind of wish we had a little more confirmation on that. I mean, how did Various, the last queen, figure out she had 2 cores? I mean, it kind of feels like something you have to be aware of before you die, because the queen definitely knew she was coming back. Sonju said outright that she has 2 cores. She's the only one in the family who has 2 cores, so I don't know, that's weird. I'm still a little weirded out by that. And much to my surprise, they actually selected Musica to be the next queen, not Sonju, which I guess makes a certain amount of sense, you know. They're trying to get rid of the old regiment, the old ways must die, all that, blah, blah, blah. So someone new, someone outside the royal family would make a lot more sense. Although I'm kind of curious if anyone actually knows that Sonju is the prince? Because that was not common knowledge. If that was common knowledge, then Norman would have known that. He wouldn't have sent his men into essentially an ambush to get murdered by him. So that's still a big secret. Interesting. But yeah, anyway, even the Grand Priest, who is somehow not dead, I have no idea how he survived any of this. He pops up and says, oh yeah, Musica, she's absolutely the best choice. She's acted selflessly for years, decades, centuries, saving as many citizens as she could, and trying to save as many people as she can. So, yeah, the temple and Sonju, we're going to back you. We're going to give you all the support you need. You're going to become the next queen. Cool? Cool. So, yeah, within the span of 20 minutes, they coronate her, and I guess she's queen of all demons now. Man, that must be a very confusing message to send out to all the citizens. I mean, I get the ones in the capital, they were there, they witnessed it all, but just, like, imagine one, like, a traveler in the capital going out back home to his little village and trying to explain this to the people. Like, seriously, I don't even think they would have heard the queen was dead at this point. He goes out there and he says, so, a lot happened. We have a new queen. Remember the evil-blooded woman? Yeah, she's our new queen now. And, turns out the old queen was lying to us, and she was killed. Possibly by the new queen. And Grand Duke Liv is still alive, but he didn't want to be king. Actually, now that I say it out loud, this is a very weird couple days. Oh, that'd be very confusing. I do have one little question, though. They're still calling it the evil blood. Like, even at the beginning of the chapter, Grand Duke Liv said the evil blood was given to everyone. Can't you rename it? The miracle blood, the savior blood, the holy blood? And anything except evil, I think, would be appropriate in the situation. Anyway, then they all realize the farms are gone, and Isabel has a flashback to the people she's lost. Sister Crone and her old friend, those who were sent out to be food, and she realizes here now, no one will ever be sent out as food again. The farms are over, all the children are free, and we have this great shot of everyone partying and celebrating, just being all happy. I mean, the sisters and the moms, I think the sisters and Isabel are the happiest right here. And the ones in prayer, Isabel is outright crying, and the rest of them are all just applauding and celebrating and being so happy. And then as everyone else starts pulling things together, Emma's already gone. She's already made a run for it. Because there's someone she needs to see right now. Now that she's finally free, now the farms are finally done, she calls out to him, Phil. And as he turns, he sees his big sister for the first time in years. I'm home, Phil! And they all both start crying, and it's such a perfect ending to this chapter. I am actually a little concerned, though, because I'm not sure if Phil's new mom has been read in on the situation at this point. She's going to see a strange girl show up out of nowhere, a girl she knows is not a sister because she's not dressed as a sister. And she could very well view Emma as a threat and try to take her out. Or, grab a gun or something at this point. I don't think there'd be any reason for Isabella to have told the moms what she was planning. Not like they could do anything. They're, in their houses, that they have to stay there with the kids at all times. It's like the number one rule of being a mom. So, yeah, that mom might be very confused. And actually, now I'm saying it out loud, everyone is going to be very confused. And besides Phil, they have to tell all these kids, hey, so, funny story. You've been raised to be food your entire lives. Good news, though. We were raised to be food. We broke out. We managed to take out the entire royal family, essentially, and all the regent houses, get a new queen crowned, take control with a fourth dimensional being, and now we're all free to go to a whole other dimension where there are a bunch of humans who might be worse than the demons. That is going to be a very long, very confusing conversation. Actually, I want to see someone who's like 11 years old, 11 months, be told, oh, yeah, you were 2 days away from being shipped out as food. You're lucky we got here when we did. Oh, that'd be funny, and I'm hoping we see that, but we're going to have to wait a very long time for that. The next chapter comes out May 10th. Yeah, that's a long wait. Apparently, all Shonen's off next week, because someone from the editing department has the virus, I think. And then the series is taking a week off the following week, which feels like a very strange time to take a week off, but okay. And then the week after that is Golden Week in Japan, and then the week after that, we're finally getting to see what happens when Emma reunites with Phil. I still want to know what that mercenary had to say to Phil when he came by to visit. That was a very strange scene to have. Gonna be interesting seeing all the other kids react to Emma showing up. I already said they're gonna be very confused when they find out they were food, and I guess Emma's done with everything now. I mean, her final business she was talking about before, I guess, was her, having to go save Sonja Musica somehow, some way, fix things like that, or free all the other farms somehow. But now that everything's done, that literally all the farms are free, I guess she can initiate the promise. I guess that's going to be the next big thing, finding out exactly what's involved with the freaking promise. We've been waiting a very long time for answers on that, and we still have yet to have really anything told to us about it. I mean, it's something that Emma refused to tell Ray about, so I don't think it's good. I mean, my main theory is it's going to be Emma has to stay with the Promise Keeper, the demon demigod, for the next in billion years, whatever. Maybe P is already going to be there. And then right after she goes there, Isabel is going to find a way to follow her to pass through the 7 walls to go make another promise. The Promise Keeper say, "You let Emma go, and I'll stay instead. I'll keep you company for the rest of eternity. That'll be my penance for what I've done." It's kind of what Ray already said, you know? Keep living so that you can make up for the things you've done. Your death won't solve anything. So that'd work out pretty well. And then we get Phil! Yay! But everything else down below. What do you think's going to happen next in a month? Be sure to like, subscribe to the next video. Until then,
peace!